One way to open up seemingly endless tonal possibilities on our Line 6 Helix is to utilize dual amps. Now, I know some folks have talked about this in the past. A lot of times I see folks using dual amps by using them in kind of a stereo preset where the amps are panned out. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about using two complementary amps combined together in mono just to create new tonal possibilities. And today I'm going to showcase a new preset I have available at my website called my Dual Dripman 45 preset, which is a combination of both the incredible Brit J45 amp we have in the Helix combined and blended with another incredible amp that's actually a bass amp and one of the most recent amps we've received, which is the US Dripman. I think you're going to like this. There is going to be a link below to grab this free preset we're going to create today, and there's also going to be a link below to the full-blown 5-snapshot preset that also contains a nice array of effects. And I'm also going to play you throughout this video snippets of the demo video utilizing the various snapshots from the full preset together in a mix. Without further ado, let's dive over to HX Edit, see what I did with this preset, try it out with a couple different guitars out of the mix, and then we can take a listen to it in the mix. I hope you enjoy the video. So you just heard a little snippet of a demo video utilizing the various snapshots from my full-blown Dual Dripman 45 Ultimate preset, which is available to link below my website. This is going to be a stripped-back single snapshot version of that full preset. Utilizing the dual amps, I'm going to show you exactly what I did with this. I really hope you like the sound of it. So let's run through the preset first of all. You'll notice the one problem is with utilizing dual amps is that we are going to use up a lot more DSP on the Helix. Now, I was still able, utilizing both paths in the full-blown Ultimate preset, to add a nice array of effects in with this. So a pretty full-featured preset that, I mean, obviously the effects can be swapped out to whatever is convenient for you, but gets you going in a really nice manner. Some beautiful reverb, delays, and some other effects in there. But this is, as I said, a stripped-back version of that. I'm going to be starting off utilizing my beautiful Sir Classic T guitar, so we can hear this with some single coils, and then I'll switch out to some P90s and some humbuckers as well, so you can hear what this single snapshot sounds like with some different guitars. So you'll see I am utilizing both paths here. I do have my little compressor at the end. So what I started with here on path A is the US Dripman norm with these particular settings. Drive at 5, bass at 3, mids at 6.8, treble at 5, the bright on, channel volume at 7, master at 10, and the deeper functions I didn't touch. We have 5 on sag, 5.5 on hum, and ripple bias, bias X are all on 5. And that is going into its natural paired up cabinet, which is a 2x15 US Dripman. And I went with the 67 condenser on the cap edge, 4.25 inches back, and the angle set to 0 degrees. Moving on to the Brit J45 Bright, I have these settings: drive on 5.9, bass on 5.3, mids on 10, treble on 7.9, presence on 7.8, channel volume on 7, master on 10. Again, deeper functions didn't really dive into all of them on 5 except for bias, which is set to 7. And that is going into 412 Greenback 25 cab, one of my favorite cabs on the Helix, with the 160 ribbon mic on the cap edge, 3.25 inches back. And the angle on that is also set to the 0 degree setting. Now over here, I have the split AB path. So basically it allows me to be able to blend between the two amplifiers. And we'll listen to what each amp sounds like on its own. And then what we'll do is we'll show what they sound like combined. Coming over here, you'll notice that I just have everything zeroed off here. These are all going straight up the center. I'm not panning anything out here. You know, you can take these, pan them out left and right as a stereo preset and get very different tones on each side, but I actually want these collapsed to center. So you'll see basically we can use this to go between either the A path, which is the Dripman, or all the way over to the J45. Both sound really nice on their own, and then we can combine them. which we'll talk about in just a second. But let's go to the end of the chain, take a look at what I have going on here. Very typical for me, LA Studio comp at the end, peak reduction at 5.4. Again, very, very, very subtle amount of compression here. Just helps to kind of glue everything together, as I like to say, and gives a nice feel to the overall sound. I'm going for about a dB to 2 dB of gain reduction at most. So peak reduction 5.4, gain at 5. The mix is at 100%. I do have just a low and high cut EQ on this one, 100 hertz on the low cut, 10 kilohertz on the high cut, just to kind of tame some of the low and tame some of the highs, and does a nice job of doing that. Dynamic ambience reverb on my favorite settings, 12 meter room size, pre-delay of 5 milliseconds, the shape setting late 100 and mix at 38%. And I also have in here the typical low and high shelf EQ that I use, very, very subtle here. Low frequency and high frequency, as I oftentimes do. My favorite setting, 650 hertz. All the frequencies below that, cut by 1 dB. All the frequencies above that, boosted by 1 dB. Let's just turn these off, everything except for the reverb. Now, we'll come over here and just listen to first path A, which is the US Dripman. So I can just come over here, move that over to the A100. Now, I'm on the bridge pickup on my Classic T, Sir Classic T. Nice tone there. We can go over to the J45. You'll notice this has a bit of a smoother overdrive to it. When we go to the Dripman, it has a little more of that ratty bottom that Fender amps are known for, but when we blend them together is where it gets really nice. Hear the difference between, you don't get that rattier overdrive just on the Marshall. Adds a little thump on the bottom as well. So I was really enjoying those blended together. You'll notice we just have a little bit of the Dripman in there. And that has to do with the way that I've set the channel volumes to blend these together as well. So it's going to be a combination of how loud we have each amp and how we blend them utilizing this control here. Now, I think in the full-blown preset, I did snapshot enable this, so on different snapshots, I could blend different amounts. So really nice stuff. Now, let's go to the end here and we'll add in the compressor. The neck pickup. You see it works really nicely across different guitars when I switch out. And on all the pickup settings. Over to the low and high cut, I'm going to bring this in here. Kind of polish things up a bit. Back on the bridge pickup. And then we'll go to our low and high cut. It's going to be very subtle here. So that's basically the finished preset. Middle position. And neck. Let's move on and try with some humbuckers. Here I am now with my Gibson 335 on the bridge position. position. And neck. Finally, let's try some P90s. Here I have my really cool Les Paul Jr. No changing pickups on this guy. It's just going to be that single P90 in the bridge. So that's basically it. You can hear it works really nicely regardless of pickup position we're in, regardless of guitar. And I really think this is a cool way to use the Helix and open up some really cool tonal possibilities. I chose these two amps because I thought they would complement each other nicely. But the sky is really the limits. Obviously, like I said, there is going to be DSP limitations when we do this as far as what else we can add. But if we think our presets out and utilize both paths properly, we can still create a nice preset with a nice array of effects that are going to work really nicely. Utilizing snapshots, we can really come up with a sky's the limit situation. I'm going to leave you today with the demo video for this preset, the full-blown preset, the Dual Drip 45 Ultimate preset, which is available at the link below at my website, just so you can hear how those snapshots, all those snapshots with some of the effects work together in a mix. And I really hope you enjoy that. The full demo video is at my website, where you can even hear the soloed tracks from that mix outside of hearing them in with the full rhythm section, which does on this song include my good buddy Marco Miniman on the drums. So the link is below for the free preset, also for the full-blown Ultimate preset. I really do thank you for sharing your time with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like the video, share it with anybody you think would get some use or enjoyment out of watching it. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell notification to get notified when I put new content out. Thanks again for sharing your time with me. I'll be back really soon with some more. Ciao for now.